Welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Hello and welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand, with myself AGT and my brother Freestyle DM aka Doylad.
Bing!
How are we, fella?
Feeling very good. 2 games we have won in a row. Might not be in the Prem, but still we've won 2 games in a row. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm so happy that we've actually won them, lad. So going into this little break,
we can kind of relax, actually.
Flying, yeah,
I mean, we're not
nice.
in the FA Cup, so we haven't got that to worry about. 2 Premier League games that we will preview for you at the end of the show, but we thought Kop to Bottom today, we're going to make it a little bit special. Obviously, we're back in the amazing set, so do let us know again what you think of the set in the comments. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, please do. But today, we're going to do a season review so far. So I've got a few questions for Doyle, and we're going to kind of dissect where things have gone wrong, mostly this season, and we'll talk about a few of the highlights as well. So are you ready to get into the season review so far?
I mean, I am, but we're going to be talking forever when we're talking about what's gone wrong. If we talk about what's gone right this season...
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
So for that reason then, we will start off on the best game so far this season, just purely for positive vibes. I mean, like we all said, haven't been many things to shout about this season, but let's start off on a positive vibe and then slowly kind of go downhill.
Yeah, because, you know, we need them good vibes as Liverpool fans at the moment. So, my favourite game was the Wolves game. Not this one that we just had, but the one when we had the fans come back. That seemed to be the Liverpool of last year. They didn't have any cares, they just played football and they scored and they played football at will.
That was 4-0 that game at Anfield.
It was a great game. You noticed that they recognised the fans, they made a difference for them. It was just a lovely game to have the fans back, the team all in sync, everybody at one. I think little Welford went there as well, didn't he?
Welford was there.
Yeah, little Kop kids. Yeah, he went to watch it as well. So that was one of my favourite games. That seemed like Liverpool are bouncing back. We're coming back to the season. All the fans are coming back, and then it just went downhill again. But you know, that was mine.
Yeah, that was a beautiful game. Gini Wijnaldum scored a screamer in that one. Went through about 3 or 4 in the midfield, put it top bins. That was a beautiful game. Other notable mentions that we can maybe say. I mean, listen, we've gone and done our best ever away performance this season. Crystal Palace 7-0. And some of the screamers in that game have a day off. I mean, we've been having plenty of days off, obviously, this season. But I'm going to throw that in the mix. I mean, we've beaten Tottenham twice. Yeah, that's been pretty good this season.
The game that we beat them 2-1, that was...
Oh, I was outside the Kop for that, remember?
That was just glorious. Yeah, I remember that.
I was outside going,
glorious, glorious. That was just because...
We were top of the table then. We went into Christmas.
That's why it was good.
2020, Christmas. For whatever happened between maybe pandemic starting and Christmas, I think our win percentage was maybe 40 games. Yet somehow, with all the injuries, we still managed to be top at Christmas for December 2020. That Palace game was a real big, momentous win. And now look.
It was just being our story of our season.
Anyway, good vibes. Let's think of one more good game each.
I'd say the RB Leipzig one where we won 2-0 because it's in a bad part of the season. Everyone's just like, we're going to lose. And then we won 2-0. Everyone's pleasantly surprised. So that one, look, I'm in the next round. Got something to hope for. I was literally just talking about that before. We have something to go for now. So the season's not over. We don't have to be all dreary and sad about it. Like, we have something to go for, so let's do it.
And we will touch more on that towards the end of the episode and the end of the season review. I'm also going to chuck in the Chelsea away win, 2-0, Thiago's first game. But officially, we're going to agree, I think, to go with the Wolves at home game. Just because it was at home, there was 2,000 fans in the Kop. So that's the best game of our season so far. Let us know in the comments if you agree or disagree with us and let us know what your favourite was. But let's get on to the next topic here on the season review so far, and that's the worst game. Now, unlike the best game, I mean, we still managed to pick out 6 or 7 really good ones, but unfortunately there's been a lot of bad games. I mean, for me, I think we lost 2-0 at home to Atalanta in the Champions League. That was poor. That was one of the poorest games I've seen from Liverpool in recent years, to be fair. But then you chuck in the Burnley at home, you chuck in West Brom at home, you chuck in Newcastle away, you chuck in United away in the FA Cup, you chuck in City away,
I think
where
that
we got
one
a draw. But
the FA Cup away lost to Man United. As soon as you said worst game, that was the one. I never want to lose to Man United. Even if I'm 20th in the table, and we lose to Man United to a first, that's still the worst game of the season, lad, because we lost to Man United. We've had loads of years of dominance.
They're going to love this.
It's horrible, lad. We've had so many years of dominance against this side. after you know, taking over them, because they were better than us for so long, and then we finally got better than them, and now the tables are starting to slowly turn again. Not to say that next season we won't come back strong, but I definitely think that Man United are as strong as they've been in the last 6-7 years right now.
That was a bad one.
And to be fair, I'm sort of happy about it in the sense that Liverpool and Man City are going to have more competition, and Liverpool and Man United's rivalry is a great rivalry. I hope that gets back to being them 3-2, 4-2, you know, big scoring games, because that's what we need for football, lad.
Speaking of big scoring games, we lost 7-2 to Aston Villa. That was horrendous, to be honest. I mean, that really was eye-opening.
Never seen it before, lad. We've never ever seen that before.
We've never seen anything like it. I remember
that was with Virgil, lad, as well.
That was just horrible. But anyway, we won't go on for too much longer about that. I mean, listen, we have to say the worst game this season is that game, the Villa one.
Yeah, it has. If you score seven goals against you, you get concede 7 goals. It's game over, mate, isn't it?
If you have any other ideas, do let us know in the comments. We're just going over our worst game. But now we're going to get on to our best player of the season. A bit more positivity. I'm going to chuck a name at you. I'm going to go with Curtis Jones.
I think that he is our best prospect coming out of this season, without a shadow of a doubt. I agree with you there. The best player, however, the most consistent player, the player that's done it every single week that we've needed him to do it. You know what I'm going to say, lad?
Gini Wijnaldum.
Of course I am, lad.
Wow!
He's just consistent.
And that's not,
it's not because I love that player, which I do. I think he's a fantastic footballer. Well. But he is just consistent. He is Mr. Consistent. He doesn't get injured. He does his job and he does everything that he's supposed to do very, very well. And he fits into any midfield that you put him into. Doesn't matter if you've got Thiago, Hendo, Fab, anybody else, he fits in it. He just does.
He does.
So for me,
Gini's there.
Best player of the season, lad, without a shadow of doubt.
Gini's definitely up there, top 5. Mo Salah has to be still currently the Premier League's top scorer.
Carried the top 3.
I would say Nat Phillips for me is a late entry, to be honest, bro. Yeah. We're going to be relying on him really now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Until Virgil and Joe comes back, to be honest.
Do you know what, though, lad? Do you know what I'm really happy about this? He's given himself a statement to Klopp to say, listen, I might not be your first choice centre-back going back next season, but I'm a good option, me, lad. If you put me in there, I'm going to do a job for you. And that's what we want. And that's what he's doing now, lad.
He's Mr. Right now.
Yeah, he is.
Mr. Right.
And he's taking his chance, isn't he? He's taking his chance. That's what he's doing. He's going, I'll grab that, I'll edit that, lad, and give me a spot. Yeah. That's what he's done.
Chuck a toaster up, it's getting nutted.
That's what Klopp's been doing. I reckon Klopp's just been throwing random objects at him, going, if he heads this, I'm starting him next week, lad.
A brick. You know, like that scene in Dodgeball.
Yeah, like, you can dodge if you can dodge this, you can dodge a ball.
Duck, dive, and dodge. The 5 needs to dodge.
What, lad? So, yeah. Nat Phillips. Gangster.
There he is. He's the wallpaper on my phone,
we
guys.
love you, buddy.
Nat Phillips is there. Let us know in the comments who you think is the best player of the season so far. I mean, those are some good pointers for you. I've gone for Jones. You've gone for Wijnaldum. Salah has to be there as well. And Nat Phillips is also having a tremendous kind of run in the team right now, which we do hope will never come to an end. But we do really, because we want Virg to come back. Jota is another name that we failed to mention. I mean, he's just gone out of the memory, out of mind, out of sight kind of thing. Out of sight, out of mind.
But
he'll definitely come back, and he has already scored a goal. He's definitely in there. So that's 5 really that we've given you to think about. Who's dropped off for you the most this season? I didn't want to say worst player.
I don't want to say this,
that's a bit unfair,
really
but I actually questioned it slightly different to get around it. So who's dropped off? Come on, man.
Don't want to, lads.
Face the music, Doyle.
This is heavy, lads, because it's probably one of my most favourite players to ever play for Liverpool, lads. You know what I mean? It's horrible, lad.
You're going to say Trent?
Yeah, I am, lad. It's heavy, lad, because I love this kid, lad. He's the sickest right back we've had for ages. But Trent has just not delivered the same way. And same for Ali, same for all of them. None of them have been at the standards that they were last season, but particularly Trent. There just has seemed something off his game, and he's the fact. What was that game that he had? He had like 70 passes or something crazy.
Away. 38 times he gave it away.
Yeah, and that's not him. He is a creative genius. That's what he does. He gets the ball to the strikers and they score goals. And just for whatever reason this season, it's just not happened. And I will say, Mane has been off as well. He performs well, but when it comes to his finishing,
it's like he's forgotten how to score a goal.
Yeah, it's like he's forgot how to kick the ball. He can dribble past 20 players. He's one-on-one with the keeper, and then he goes, how do I do this again? But yeah, me main man Trent.
Trent, Mane.
Love you, lad, though. I love you, though, lad.
Maybe slipped into that list this season about dropping off a bit. He obviously picked it up and then kind of went again, unfortunately. But, I mean, Thiago.
Oh, bro, I'm not even putting anything on Thiago right now, right? And I'm saying this because he's not the player that everyone thought he was going to be, in the sense that he's not going to come in and score and get loads of assists. That's not his job. That's never what he did anyway. He's a creative player that controls the game and he's the quarterback. He didn't ask Pirlo to score and get assists every game. He didn't ask Gerrard to do that as he got older either. It's that type of player. He dictates football. And when he starts playing with the likes of Fab and Hendo in that midfield, believe me, he's going to be higher up. He's going to be fantastic.
So there's some names that we've given you for names who have potentially dropped off this season. I want a one-word answer on this one, mate. Where are we going to finish in the league, Doyle?
4th.
You're going to go with 4th. See, now
I'm just going to say it.
That would mean really that we'd have to win pretty much 90 to 95% of our games.
It does, but also people have to lose, and they will lose, because the reality is this season is crazy, and I'm not taking it that Chelsea are going to win all the games, Tottenham are going to win all the games, whoever's in front of us is going to win all the games. Not happening, lad. Don't care.
There you go.
We might not win them
4th.
either.
That would get us Champions League.
4th.
And the next question is, do we kind of, I mean, it's very controversial after we've just said we will finish 4th in the league, but is there an argument to say, let's forget the league this season, it's already gone, the title. We put absolutely all of our eggs in the Champions League basket. Is that a responsible thing to do?
Yeah, of course it is, in the sense that we need to win something, but the reality is the team that we've got is just going to have to make shift with whatever we're playing at that time. We haven't got the luxuries to say, let's focus on the Champions League, because we haven't got no centre-back. Who are we going to sub off, lad? We're going to say, all right, let's sub Nat Phillips off so that he can play in the Champions League, because we've got no one else to play anyway.
It's true.
So it's like, it doesn't matter. Let's just go for what we can get right now, and I think top 4 and Champions League, we can do both. Why can't we, lad? Why can't we? We've had a bad season, so have a lot of other people, lad. City, the only team. And even them, they didn't start great either, lad. Yeah. If we had carried on our form by Christmas, we would have won the league. Simple as that, but we never, because we dropped off and we had a lot of problems, lad. City carried on their form and done really well. Everyone's had a bad season, so why not? Why can't we go for top 4 and Champions League? Why
there
not,
you go. That's the kind of spirit that we want on the Kop TV. We can do both. Listen, if there is a team that can do it, it is us.
Yep.
But we have to be consistent now. There's no more room for these kind of errors. Right, that is your season review so far. Let's get on to the Premier League preview of the weekend. Only 2 games, a lot of FA Cup games happening this weekend. We're not in that competition, so I thought, forget it. But we are going to preview Aston Villa versus Tottenham. An interesting game, definitely one that you'd think could go either way, to be honest. I mean, with Spurs kind of losing at the Emirates, they're on a downer, and this is a big away game for them. What's the score going to be here?
This is a tight game to do. It's one of them type of things. If Villa are up for this, which they will be, because it's a cup game, they've got a chance to win something this season, because they are fantastic. I'm just going to say that. Jack Grealish is one of the best players in the league at the moment, and I can't wait to see him play for England in the summer. But yeah, I think they're going to go for this, Villa. Spurs are going to have a game on their hands. And when it comes to Jose, all he's going to want to do is do that counter-attack, and it might work, but they might not have the half of this, and I feel like Villa are going to really go for it. So I'm going to say, I reckon Villa are going to win this, you know, lad.
Do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. You look at Emi Martinez in goal. What a revelation he's been. What a signing. Great. 6'6". I think he's had more clean sheets than anyone this season, maybe apart from Edison. But Villa defensively have looked so strong, and I think, listen, they have had a few inconsistent performances, but overall, you'd have to look at their whole starting 11 and say strong defensively, and obviously going forward with Watkins,
and
Grealish as well, you'd say
El Ghazi's had a good season as well,
had a great year, and Traore, I think, as well.
Oh, yeah, dribbling past all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Big game that. I'm going for 2-1 Villa.
I'm going to say a 3... Yeah, 2-1. 2-1, I'm going to say the same, you know, Villa, just to edge it. 2-1
to Villa.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the next one. West Ham versus Arsenal. This is at the London Stadium. Arsenal have done well in this fixture recently. To be fair, most people have done well at the London Stadium. We've won pretty much every game, or drawn one maybe. Arsenal obviously on a high after beating Tottenham in the derby last week. Can they go on to create a bit of good form for themselves? West Ham is still a tough place to go to, and obviously West Ham are above us, so we need Arsenal to win. But then that would also mean that Arsenal maybe catch us up a little bit, and then of course we're playing them on April the 4th. What's the score going to be in this one?
Well, Arsenal are the team of inconsistency. They can either play really great or they can play really bad. So I can't tell you what they're going to do on the day. I literally can't, lad. If they're at, did you say it was at West Ham's ground?
It's at the London Stadium, yeah.
Yeah, so We'll see. We'll see. Tottenham, they're not very good. I mean, Arsenal are not very good away from home. They're great at the Emirates. West Ham have been very, very good this season. So I can't really throw a name on this game because it's too hard to predict. It really is. It depends what Arsenal want to turn up. That's the way I see it. If the Arsenal that turn up and they play well, they'll blow West Ham away. But if they don't,
they won't.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Pretty much. Michael Owen, mate.
There you go. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw on this one. What are you going with?
I'm going to say 1-1, you know. I think it's going to be a tight game, definitely.
Let us know in the comments what you think to those Premier League previews, and let us know as well if you agree with our season review so far. Let us know what you think of the set as well, as I said at the start of the show. But if you haven't subscribed to the Kop TV, then do that now, and also please go and subscribe to Freestyle GM as well.
For my personal opinion, Gini's been the best player of this season. I want to know who your guys' best player of this season is. I want to know what player you think has done the best and been the most consistent. And yeah, let me know, guys.
There you go, from the horse's mouth himself.
I really
right, we'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. All the best, take care.